In Chapter 9 of the Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Randomizer, Mist and Rolf joined the team. Mist became a mage, which seems to be the class choice for the healers in this run, and Rolf, well, decided that being the worst character in the game is not to his liking, and decides to turn a new leaf and become a thief, which isn't that much better of a class. At least he's useful now. In this chapter we could have recruited Marcia, but she's dead. This map is not that difficult to go through because of how small it is and the many possible choke points. There are 2 houses we can visit for items. I'm not even sure if I need them because, well, they are randomized. Since Boyd is the only one who can actually move fast through the sand because he's on a freaking wyvern, I decided to choose him to go to the houses, risking the chance of him eating sand. Luckily that did not happen, but it was close though. We got a counter scroll, which is a useful skill, but there are better ones out there. And we get Rexora, a light magic tome, which not a lot of characters can use, so I'm sure it will come in handy. I do notice that one of the enemies has the Paragon scroll for us to take, so that has become one of my priorities. And just like anything in this game, I am definitely not going to waste it. Overall, this chapter was an easy one to finish, and we finally meet it with King Kanagis. Kanagis? That probably has something to do with Canine, I'm sure. He tells us that he can't help us because of plot reasons. In chapter 10 of this fun Fire Emblem Path of Radiance playthrough, we get to free some prisoners so we can use them as units or bait. We also get access to Mordecai and Leafy. Mordecai is a freaking dragon and will definitely carry me throughout the game, cause if I lose him ever, the game might just be over. Leafy is just Shinan in disguise, meaning that she is the worst character in the fucking game. In this chapter we can also recruit Volkay, who's just a normal guy with an axe, making him better than he was before. In this chapter we can free Braum, Kieran and Nefany, 2 of which are horse knights, making them once again valuable assets. In this chapter I decide to give Ilyana the Paragon skill to level her up quickly and use some scuffed tactics I have seen on YouTube before to grind her up. Sephiran really is unkillable for no lore reason whatsoever at all. And then I make a mistake and Ilyana dies, taking her skills with her and all her items as well. At least we used Rolf to open all the cell doors, cause that's all you have to do to recruit those characters. All has been going really well. It's definitely going to get better. In chapter 11 of the scuffed Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Randomizer playthrough, we try to reach a ship to travel to Banyan. Sadly enough, some ruffians decide to beat up Ranulf, Ike's second love interest. The map then becomes an arrive map, where we just gotta make sure we get to the end, which is once again easier said than done. In this map we can recruit Zehark, who is a soldier that looks a lot like Nefany. This means that he can become a halberdier and be a really good unit. Sadly enough, it's a good day for the boss to hit an 8% crit on Ike, almost killing him, and hitting another 16% crit on Zehark, literally instantly after that. This obviously kills him, so his run was short-lived. Eventually I'm able to kill the boss and spawn in the Black Knight, who, well, funnily enough, just doesn't move, considering I am too far away already. Overall, this was a trivial map, aside for the lucky crits of the boss. In the cutscene, Ranulf fights the Black Knight, and considering this isn't what he looks like in the game, it crashes. Luckily, Sephiran saves the day and we can continue with our playthrough. In chapter 12 of a not so yet disastrous Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Randomizer playthrough, we recruit Sophie via the info in the base. Normally Sophie is a thief that gets benched with good stats grows, but you know, he's a thief so he doesn't really class change. This time he's yet another horse knight, but I'm sure he can be valuable in some way. The map in this chapter gives you little moving space, so I try to use less units than is recommended because normally this map is all too difficult. Then the boss appears and is a fucking Wyvern Lord, one of the strongest units in the game. As this is a randomizer, it was bound to happen that I would come across a very overpowered boss at the early stages. Not only is he strong, he actually cleaned up my whole army that I deployed, including Jill, who I just recruited. The only two characters left were Ike and somehow Mia, who in the last turn changed class into a paladin. I lost Mordecai and Leafy in this chapter, like holy! And I also lost Nephany and Bram. This was disastrous. In chapter 13 of the Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Fun Oh So Fun Randomizer, we have to defend the ship for 10 turns, which is really nothing too bad considering there are once again 3 choke points that can easily be occupied. We also get to recruit Astrid, who is cosplaying as Mist, and it really was time that I got another healer. Oh. It was nice meeting you. Normally we can also recruit Gatry in this chapter, but he's dead, so no can do. Luckily nothing else goes majorly wrong and we finish off the chapter. Okay, maybe some things go majorly wrong, but the warrior class is just okay at best anyway. We finish the chapter off by searching for the Apostle of Benyon, who turns out to be this sassy child who has a bit of a temper. Good thing the ghost of Titania is helping us out. Thank you all for watching these episodes of the Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Randomizer playthrough. I truly hope that you got something out of this. Anyway, I will see you all later in another video. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.